Alrighty, guys. So we've already gone over the is uppercase, is lowercase, and now we can just go ahead and move into is digit. And I'm actually gonna do is digit or is letter in the same video just because it's all the same thing, to be honest with you. Is methods are is methods, to methods are to methods. They all do the same thing. They're just doing excuse me, they're doing the same thing, but it depends on how you are specifying it to get done, basically, you know. Um, so I'll just go over is digit or is letter, and then we'll go ahead and do the remaining methods. So, all right. I'm definitely trying to switch it up now. I kind of want to um, I kind of want to complicate things more on purpose just because I know it's going to benefit you more uh, down the line. It's going to benefit you more just because I think what I've been showing you so far with the other methods, it's very basic, it's very straight to the point, and um, the what I, the way I'm going to kind of upgrade the examples now, um, it's it's to your benefit, and it's going to show you just how many ways you can use a lot of these methods. And I think that benefits you more than just me like making it way too simple and you seeing the same thing all over again. So we are actually going to code out a pretty small program here, okay? And we are gonna do string first input, and we're going to do J option pane show input dialog. And we're going to say no, please enter your student hey, I need to learn how to spell student ID. Okay. Um, Hopefully by now this doesn't look like anything new, but I don't have a problem with breaking this down just because I think it'll always benefit y'all. So I am doing a J option pane. I'm gonna do a show input dialog, and I'm having this little uh, question here or whatever, this little statement telling me what to do, and we're just gonna run this just because I want y'all to see what I just did there. So where you at? Oh, there it goes. Yeah, this is my computer's a little slow, but hopefully this pops up. Okay, there we go. So, we're just gonna make up some regular ID, and it's gonna be this. And we are actually gonna do S. Let's make it more obvious. K. Okay, we're gonna do my student ID is K54368. Okay, cool. All right, so that's all we did there. Okay, that's all we did there. And then we are going, like I said, we're going to do is letter or is digit, and we are going to do this. This is how we're going to do this. We're going to say if character dot is letter for first input dot car at, we are going to say 5. Oh, I'm sorry, 4. 4. Okay. And then we're going to do if this is a letter or if this is a digit, do character dot is digit for first input dot car at, and we are going to do 3. Okay. I'm going to do a J option pane show message, and we do null, and we're going to say first input and do a semicolon. This contains a letter or digit. Okay, and if it's false, on J option pane show message dialog, and we're going to do there is no letter or digit in first input. Okay, this stuff should be basic, like some of the J option stuff and how I'm creating some of these outputs. It should be basic, but it gets more. I mean, as you've seen, the first couple videos, it wasn't this much code. Like, it was very simple, straight to the point kind of code. Now, you can see just by doing a very basic input dialog and taking one input, how much code I had to code out in order to tell a hypothetical user what's going on with their input, right? So this is just a little bit of a preface into, or just a little bit of a introduction of how more complex your code can get once you start manipulating things beyond just declaring a regular string. Here we're not just declaring a regular string, we're asking for a string from some hypothetical user, right? And so anyways, this is very similar to what we did in the last example for is lowercase. But what we did here, like I said, is we asked for this certain string, and we're like, hey, that thing we asked for, it's going to be stored into this first input variable. And now we're like, okay, yeah, we got that thing we asked for. Let's test it. Let's see what's going on with this. And what we're saying, the way we're testing it is we're like, okay, if from, again, the syntax for character class, we're like, if this isLetter method, I'm sorry, let me rephrase this. Basically what we're doing is we're getting this if statement, and we are using the syntax of using specific methods that are in our character class, right? And we're just saying what we want to do with the method isLetter in my character class. What we want to do is we want to test this first input variable at this character of 4, at the character that's at position 4. And not only that, we're saying, or we would like to test if first input at character 3 is a digit, okay? And what we know from or statements in an if statement is that only one of these has to be true in order for you to perform the true action, which would be this bad boy right here, okay? And obviously we're testing for a letter or a digit, and our input is gonna hold that, right? So we will get a true, action but this is basically what goes on behind the scenes in order for you to get that true action, right? So let's go ahead and run it. And hopefully this doesn't take too long like last time, but I'm pretty sure it will. And we're going to make up an ID. And we're going to say K whatever. Okay. And then boom, right away. K64738. This contains a letter or digit. Duh. You know, we have our letter here and we have our digits here. But it didn't give me true because it has a letter or a digit in there. It gave me true because at this specific position there's a digit, and if at this position 4 there is no letter. You know, I typed in my structure for typing these things in is K random number, right? Like whatever. So let's say that was the number I typed in, right? And it like I said, only one of these has to be true. You know, this one or this one. And obviously this one was the one that was true because at position 3 for my first input, K is 0, 3 is 1, 4 is 2, and 9 is 3. That's a digit, but it's not a letter, right? It's not a letter because it first it tested up to 4 for the letter. So K0, 3, 1, 4, 2, 9, 3, and 4 is the 4th position. It was like, oh no, man, it's not a letter, but it's all good. Let's see if it's a digit, and then boom. So that, again, a different way to use these methods. Still the same principles, still the same syntax, but now I'm just kind of upping a little bit more the complexity that can happen whenever you're trying to do certain things with, you know, strings that you've received from a user or strings that you yourself are making up. And yeah, let's just keep in mind that a lot of what's going on here is just you choosing any method from the character class and then choosing your variable, specifying the character position, and entering that position so that it can be tested. That's all that's going on here. A lot of the same stuff, just using it very differently. Okay. So yeah, that is the isLetter and isDigit method.